By now, you undoubtedly have all heard the news. The Orioles announcing earlier today they relieved manager Brandon Hyde of his duties in his 7th year with the team. Third base coach Tony Mansolino, who's had great success as a minor league manager, takes over as the Orioles interim manager.
As a player, you feel responsible because you know if you'd have played a little bit better, won a few more games, that Brandon Hyde would still be here, but that's not how the game of baseball works.
Kyle Gibson on the mound for the Orioles here in game 44.
A couple of years ago, won 15 games here. Parlayed that into a deal with St. Louis, and now back and struggling. Abrams, a rare offer last night. CJ Still, 7th in the National League in hitting at .305.
Swung on and hit on the ground through the hole, a base hit to right field. Abrams will make the turnaround first. He's going to try for 2. Here's the throw by Kierstad. It's offline and gets away and rolls over towards the stands, where it's eventually chased down by the third baseman, Orioles. The ball staying in play. So Abrams turning on the Jets, rounding first, running on the right fielder Heston Kjerstad. Stretches for most people a single into a double.
A wild pitch there by Gibson, and already the Orioles in trouble here in the top of the first. And now James Wood, who was a menace yesterday for the Orioles, will bat in a big spot.
That's going to seal the deal quickly here, and Wood will do just that. Might have broken his bat, but he's so strong he pumps it into left field for RBI number 28. And hello, double. Wild pitch single. Nats on top.
So double, single, walk to begin this top of the first.
Now the Nationals will have runners on first and second with their catcher Keibert Ruiz coming up. Right now just 1 hit for Ruiz in his last 13 at bats over 4 games. His average at .279.
And this one pretty well struck out to center, and Mullins misjudged it. Coming around is Wood. Low heading for third. He'll be held there. Cedric Mullins froze and knew he was in big trouble. And the Nats have 2 with a chance for a couple more.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen to Mullins.
And a nightmare continuing for the Orioles.
New skipper or not.
Second and third, nobody out. And here's Luis Garcia Jr.
But Garcia with a base hit. Low scores. Keibert Ruiz coming around. The Nats perfect at the plate so far, with a walk, 4 hits. And some Orioles fans are wondering, has anything changed at all here right now?
Lowe and Ruiz come home to score, and this is a nightmare. Kyle Gibson has not recorded an out.
Nobody throwing yet, but there's a little motion in the bullpen for the Orioles. Charlie Morton is starting to stir around. He went back to the bullpen bench.
Another hit. The rally continues, and still nobody out.
So far, everything going the Nationals' way in this game. Here's Dylan Cruz.
39 pitches without an out. It's hard to imagine he gets out of this first.
Wave and a miss. He struck him out. And that's your first out. And here in Baltimore, a Bronx cheer. That's out number 1.
Yeah, best breaking ball of the day for Gibson right there. He needed a strikeout in a big way.
Runners on second and third for Jose Tena. 1 for 2 last night, a single. He drew 2 walks.
This one well hit out to center. Tagging is Garcia. 2 runners will advance. A most productive out. And now it's a 5-run first inning.
This is really uncharted territory. When you get around 40 pitches within a given inning, whether it's the first inning, the 5th inning for a starter, that is usually max.
With Bell at third, 2 out, Jacob Young will come up.
That's coming 2 and 8 in their last 10.
Swung on, line to the right field line. Kjerstad on the run, won't get there. It's down to the warning track and to the wall. Caroms past Kjerstad off the wall. Young is on his way to third, and he slides in with a triple. Bell scored and then took the rest in as a spectator from the plate and watched Jacob Young run his first triple of the year. C.J. Abrams coming up for the second time. It's the Nationals 6 and the Orioles nothing. And here comes Tony Mansolino, the acting manager of the Orioles, who probably can't believe what's happening in his first game as skipper.
Yeah, first big league game. He's got to make a pitching change in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, Bob Dylan saying about a hard rain's going to fall. He may have been talking about the 25 Orioles. Charlie Morton into the game, 2 away, top of the first, 6 in. C.J. Abrams will bat for a second time.
Morton 0-7, an 8.35 ERA.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And mercifully, the top of the first comes to an end. The Nationals send 10 to the plate. They score 6 times on 6 hits, and the starting pitcher Gibson knocked out of the game. Orioles coming to bat for the first time, bottom of the first, already down 6-0 as 28-year-old Jake Irvin takes the mound. The Washington starter, he must be in a good mood.
Jackson Holliday leading off against Jake Irvin.
As Holliday slams one to deep right field, and that ball is over the glove of Cruz. Dylan can't see it. Jackson Gibson's around second, and he'll have the second triple of this ball game.
Washington is challenging that the ball bounced out of play for a ground rule double.
I thought that ball hit the back wall beyond the low wall, and that should be a double.
Yeah, it goes up on the wall, so that is out of play, so that should be a ground rule double.
After review, the call is overturned. The ball bounced and hit a wall that was recessed, therefore it's out of play, and it is a ground rule double.
So now O'Hearn will bat with a runner at second base, nobody out.
He's hit in 3 straight, 5 for his last 11.
Did he go? He did, says Alfonso Marquez down at.
You could tell O'Hearn thought he swung. He was already edging away for the plate, thinking, yep, I'm going to be rung up, and he was. Good job by Jake Urban. A leadoff double for Holiday, left right there at second base, and we're through 1 inning in Baltimore.
So now 2 away as Ruiz grounds out. On to third base is Wood, and the batter will be Luis Garcia Jr.
Delivered a big 2-run single to right field against the starter Kyle Gibson in the first inning.
To left. Pretty well hit. And beyond the reach of Laureano. Up against the wall out there in that notch.
Luis Garcia Jr. drives in his 3rd run of the game, his 7th 2-base hit of the year, and it's now the Nationals 7 and the Orioles nothing.
Warren has struck out back-to-back batters, 4 since entering this contest.
The lone sliver of bright spot has been Charlie Morton. This is maybe the best he's looked this season.
2 down for Keibert Ruiz.
Well, considering Gibson's struggles, it's not outlandish to think that they would flip-flop if this continues for Morton.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Charlie Morton fans the side. Good morning, good afternoon, and then good night.
This one's been all Nationals. They lead at 7-0. Ramon Arias, the batter, with 1 out, a runner at third, the infield back.
And it's laced right back up the middle into center field to get the Birds in flight. Rutschman comes in to score. Baltimore's got their first run and an RBI single from Ramon Arias.
Austin Kjerstad, the batter.
That looks like Jose Ferrer's heading to a mound.
Interesting. Well, maybe getting ready if something happens to get to Holiday in the top of the lineup.
There's a swing of Chopper dribbling in between the mound and the plate. Urban springs from his position, throws to first, and wow, low drop the ball. It gets away from him, and reading the play, Arias now races to third. Oh man, that looked like the ball popped out of the toaster. It went into the glove of Nathaniel Lowe on a play that you'll never, ever see him make. What a rare case.
So, first and third, 1 out. Ramon Laureano, the batter.
Chance to make this a little more interesting. Get into the back end of the Nats bullpen. Fly ball right center field. Jacob Young sprinting back there. Young crashes into the wall, and the ball crashes onto the dirt. That'll bring in Arias for an RBI double, and Jacob Young is still down as the Orioles cut the lead to 7-2.
Gosh, that's about as hard as you could hit a wall right there.
It is a violent collision to the point where the extension of the arm and the left shoulder make impact with the wall without zero give. The head is jarred into the fence. The cap is knocked free. The sunglasses went flying, and Jacob Young in an extreme amount of pain right now.
Unbelievable effort. That would have been an amazing catch, Franny.
RBI double by Ramon Laureano, the last that Jake Irvin will face. Heston Kjerstad, the runner at third base. Ramon Laureano, the runner at second. Jose Ferrer is on to face the Orioles for the 4th time this season.
Another hard hit ball. The Orioles smoke 2.
So Ferrer does the job. He gets the line out, then spears the sharp one-hop comebacker. He does a great job to strand 2 runners. And this is the first time a Nationals hitter has been intentionally walked. Any Nationals hitter all year. That's a little sign of respect, isn't it?
That says a lot.
So runner at third base, and now runner at first base after the intentional walk, and it will be Nathaniel Lowe batting.
And the pitch swung on, driven to the air to deep left toward the corner. It's slicing, and it is a fair ball off the angled wall and caroms away from Laureano. Rounding third is Wood. He will score behind Tana. 2 runs home on a double to left for Nathaniel Lowe.
Drives in 2. How about putting a stamp on this one?
So take that intentional walk.
And the batter is Keibert Ruiz.
And there's one out to left center off the bat of Keibert Ruiz. He's going to have a 2 RBI day, and the Nats are into double digits. 10-2.
Keibert Ruiz has his 2nd RBI of the day, 16th of the year. It's now Washington 10 and Baltimore 2.
First and second with just 1 out. 2 hits again for Laureano and 6 in this series.
And I'm going to say something here that I haven't said in years. Pinch hitting for the pitcher in the number 9 spot will be Jorge Mateo.
Ground ball up the middle and through. Into center field, getting waved in is Kjerstad. He will score standing. An RBI knock for Jorge Mateo in his first RBI of the season. It's a 10-3 game. And those tack-on runs now for Washington loom very large as Holiday will bat.
Davey Martinez, you'd hate to get another pitcher up in the pen, 3 hits in a row.
Holiday rips this deep right field. Call is back. He's way back there, and that baby's gone.
Big swing, Jackson Holiday, another multi-hit game, and day by day this kid is growing into quite the big leaguer. And the Orioles have scored 4 in the ninth to make it 10-6.
I mean, torched off the bat of Jackson Holiday.
A low line drive for the second out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That ball was hit hard. Good play by Abrams. So 2 out of the last hope for the Orioles is Gunnar Henderson. Nationals trying to win their second straight, make it 3 out of 4.
There's the swing and the miss.
The Nationals have won the first 2 games of this Beltway series and have clinched a season series Beltway win over the Orioles as they win this one here in Baltimore.